On this week's World of Saltwater Fishing, the patch reefs off Marathon in the Florida Keys catch fire, but in a good way. Stay tuned and see what I'm talking about.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing. Big fish don't stand a chance.
I was in Key West, time in a weather window. After finishing the Key West shoot, we put the Mark 6 on the float-on trailer. We hauled up from Key West to Marathon, launched at 33rd Street ramp, docked at the Ferro Blanco Marina, checked in our rooms here at Ferro Blanco Resort. So several hours later, we were set to jump aboard the Mark 6 with Captain Jimmy Gagliardini and fish that one-day weather window that the weatherman promised us. The wind was around 5 to 10 miles an hour and projected to drop, so it was really looking good. Loaded up the Mark 6, left the Ferro Blanco Marina, and made that short turnaround into Jimmy's dock. One good thing about Jimmy, he brings the live bait.
Chumming is essential when you're out there on the reef, just because you want to draw as much attention to yourself as possible. You want to draw in bait fish. The bait fish draws in the bigger fish. Those fish will draw in other fish. And the more fish you have around the boat, the more you're going to draw in all the fish from the area.
And from there, we just took off and started heading to Moser Channel. Clear the bridge, and we head out to one spot that was in approximately, I'd say, 27, 28 feet of water. We get into the zone, got the Simrad machine on, and we come over, nice looking patch, figured out what the very light wind was doing in the current, and very basic, dropped the anchor. We're probably situated 15, 20, maybe 25 feet up current of this one patch. Took a frozen block of chum, hung it overboard, and from there, it was gonna be basic fishing, light tackle, and we were baiting with live pilchards. Taking a hook, run it through the pilchard's lower jaw, out the upper, casting it out 10, 15 feet behind the boat, and free spool until you felt that jig, or if you're using a knocker rig, hit bottom.
Okay, this could
Or
be.
resistance,
This
Jimmy.
could be better. Oh yeah. This is definitely a better fish. This could be something.
ID yet?
I would say it's a mutton.
Well, if you need a net, let me know.
You got it. I'm gonna go with mutton.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
All right.
I like mutton.
Yeah.
You got a sizable one there in you?
Yeah. I mean, it's
You want to net him or you gonna lift him?
Yeah, we'll net him.
Yeah, okay, that's not a bad one.
Yeah.
All right, give me.
He's a netter.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. There you go. Nice.
Yeah, you saw a second one following him up,
Yeah,
huh?
there was another mutton following him right on up. All right.
Now,
Think about that one.
that I like it a lot.
Right.
And you can always, I saw you, it looked like you may have missed or whatever at first. Then I saw you start whining. I saw the bend in the rod. Then once I started seeing the drag leaving, I said, this is a good one. We got to
Oh,
go fish
yeah.
here for you.
He ate it and he started coming to me.
That is
And I
nice.
didn't think I had anything on there. And then all of a sudden I came tight on him and
Yeah.
he realized what was going on.
Well, I got to get a social media pic real quick here. Hang on. That's looking real good, Jimmy. We got you. All right, let me come back into the action here. Gets the skunk out of the boat early, which is always a great thing.
All right.
On the board
Here we go.
early.
Let's go catch another one.
Let's keep at it.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by Penn. Let the battle begin. Mako. You'll find them where the fish are. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Mercury Marine. Go boldly. George, we'll be right back.
With the skunk now out of the boat and our mutton snapper numbers building, scoring a big one was now just a matter of time. I'm fishing the patch reefs off Marathon in the Florida Keys with Jimmy Gagliardini.
The muttons start to show up on the patches and channel humps after their spawn is over in the months of June and July and August. and then those fish will start to move in shallower and shallower water on the reef and the inside patches as well as the channel humps. And the bait moves in there as well. When that water starts to cool down, all the bait starts to move in shallower, the muttons follow them in.
And then I'm bringing in a mutton, he's bringing in a mutton.
Got it figured out. Ooh, I do too.
All right, doubled up. You know, it's amazing. These muttons, for their size, it's unbelievable how powerful they are. Ooh. It's not that big a fish, and he's just strong as he can be.
All right, let's see yours. Same over here.
All right.
You got me a little on that, Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, little muttons. But a nice, healthy stock of fish out here, you know.
He brings in a grouper, and then a few fish later, here I go. I bring in a grouper, red grouper, release it. It's that kind of action and pace that really makes it exciting because you're always doing something, never really taking a big break, waiting for something to happen. You're dropping those baits back, you're feeling the pilchard move around, you're feeling the jig remain in contact with the bottom, you feel that pilchard get nervous, and then bam, you get nailed. Then at one point, I got hit hard.
Oh, come on, buddy. Stick with me.
Nice. All right.
Jimmy, let's have a decent one here.
That's one of them. There's definitely two there.
What has some violent head shakes, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Those were two really nice fish.
I saw you said, I saw a little bit of a pink on there. What do? They come up on the live chum or what?
Yeah, they just come up in the chum, eating,
the frozen chum?
Eating the little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And I was just going to try to bait them up on a little chunk.
Yep.
And one decided to eat that bait. Eat your live pilchard.
Yeah, we're trying to get a circle hook to free line back there, but that's amazing. Now the question is, since you saw him, is there one following him up that you might be able to pop in? Who knows? Here comes a leader.
If it's one of the ones we saw down there, it's gonna be a fat one.
Here it comes. Look at it down that color. Here's the beautiful mutton. Come in here. Go, 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 go.
There we go. All right.
Yes, Jimmy.
Awesome.
Oh man, this is so
Oh yeah.
amazing.
Check that one out.
Oh, amazing. You saw those muttons come up. I caught the final glimpse, and then we were struggling to go get a rod that had the circle to free line back. So mine was in a holder, then all of a sudden that starts singing. So now my attention comes over here. You think this was one that came up in a slick?
I would imagine so. I mean, they both shot down when I was winding my bait up. They shot right down towards your bait.
Uh-huh.
One decided to eat it before he swam away.
That is so cool, Jimmy.
Like
You slide
it,
my
man.
hand under there, and nice. This is amazing.
It is.
Enjoyable fishing.
It is. I love catching these things on light tackle.
Well, we know they're here.
That's right.
We're going to take that fish home and actually have it dinner a couple nights later at the Island Fish Company. And at that point in time, early in the morning, I was thrilled with what we just boated and just having a blast fishing the patches off Marathon and the Florida Keys.
When in Marathon, the Florida Keys Aquarium Encounters is a must-visit attraction. Their beautifully and impressive layout features interactive exhibits, such as touch and feed tanks, stingray and shark encounters, and even a coral reef snorkel experience where one can meld reef species and even hand-feed sharks. This is all in addition to environments with moray eels, gators, seahorses, turtles, tortoise, starfish, tarpon snook, hermit crabs, and so much more. The headliner here, in my opinion, is Ethan, the huge black grouper. Back in 2016, Jimmy Gagliardini and I caught what was then about a 10 to 12 pound black grouper. We released it into my boat's live well and alerted Aquarium Encounters, which was seeking a black grouper. Aquarium Encounters met us at the dock, took the grouper, put it in a quarantine tank for a bit, and eventually introduced it to their main reef tank. Today, Ethan is roughly 50 to 60 pounds. The fish was named Ethan after my grandson, who also had the honor of snorkeling in the Reef Encounter tank. How's that for some history? Yes, indeed, the Florida Keys Aquarium Encounters has it all.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by Simrad, never settle. Rapala holds the world record for world records. Suffix, always use the best line. Starbright Boat Care Products, blending technology with performance since 1973. George, we'll be right back.
After blitzing the mutton snapper, Jimmy Gagliardini and I decided to spot fish the various patches and see what other species might be willing to play. We're off Marathon in the Florida Keys.
The variety out here keeps things very interesting. There was a point in time we started getting into the mangrove snapper. On this particular day, it was their lucky day because we decided to release them.
Yeah, I think it's another juvenile.
My
Juvenile
bait
mutton.
started to get nervous.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Oh, a mangrove.
Oh, okay. Change it up a little bit.
okay.
There you go.
There we go. Mangrove snapper.
All right, Jimmy, I got to ask you this.
Tell me.
All right, when it comes to snappers, yellowtail, mangroves, let's do yellowtail and mangroves.
Ready to bite somebody.
I would much rather eat a mangrove for wood. I just think it's a little better flavor to it.
I prefer mangrove.
Yeah.
Yellowtail's a little bit softer. I just think the mangroves are a little all-around better eating fish.
All right.
When you are fishing for these muttons, never be surprised when you catch a big mangrove or 3 or 6 or 8 mixed in with them. Because, you know, they're all snappers, and even though they segregate themselves some, especially while they're spawning, once that spawn's over, those fish, they'll intermingle with the rest of them. So you'll catch, you know, you'll be there fishing that area, and all of a sudden you'll catch a real nice yellowtail or a big mangrove snapper, and then you'll catch a big mutton, you know, mixed in with them. So absolutely, there's a big variety of snappers all mixed in the same area. Well, they all feed in the same area, so.
Oh. Wow. Yep. Looks like a mangrove. Another mangrove here. Hold on, buddy. There we go. It's like a shark-free zone. Oh, there's a yellowtail. A decent yellowtail.
What is it?
Oh, it's coming up quick. I think it's a mangrove. It is a mangrove.
All right. You got the mangroves dialed in for the most part.
Okay. Up.
All good sizes.
Easy, easy. Another mangrove.
Also, when that water cools down, all the other fish, because of that food source, the other fish are moving in there as well. You get a lot of cirro mackerel into the winter. You get the kingfish moving in there in the shallower water. A lot of grouper as well. There's just an abundance of life in that area that time of year.
This fish ate right on top. That bait hit
Yeah?
the water, and oh, no wonder, because it's a mackerel. That answers a lot. Okay, hold on, bud. Oh,
Another rack coming in.
ready? Here we go. Wow.
You lose a lot of jigs, so make sure you bring a lot of hooks and a lot of jigs when you're doing this when the cirros show up.
No, he got smaller. Nope, he got small.
It's pretty active.
I was pretty excited there for a
missed
second.
a couple. Oh, there we go. Come on. Okay, I am on. What do you have?
Not sure yet. I'm kind of fighting like a mutton, but
I had to come over and join
probably
you.
because it is a mutton. That's the best reason.
See what I have. I got a mackerel. I got a
yeah.
cirro. You got a mutton. Well, bring them in. Let's see if my cirro could last.
Here we go. Oh, nice cirro.
Well, there you go. At this spot, muttons and these cirros been hitting.
Yeah. The variety of the species on these patch reefs it's endless.
The patch reefs within and along the fringes of Hawks Channel on the Florida Keys Atlantic side are shallow mini ecosystems which provide habitat and forage for the likes of hogfish, mutton, mangrove, lane and yellowtail snappers, cirro and king mackerel, barracuda, groupers, and cobia. Best action is during winter and spring. Best bet, live bait on bottom is hard to beat. but trolling small, shallow-running Rapala plugs on 30-pound fluorocarbon leader also produces. And artbypasta.com from Catch to Canvas Rendering.
That's the canvas, baby.
Mercury Performance Stats Marathon, Florida Keys. Seas, calm. Power, Triple Mercury Verado V10 400 horsepower outboards. Props, Mercury Revolution X 25-inch pitch. Miles traveled, 54. Consistent cruise, 4,800 RPMs. Speed, 50 miles per hour. Fuel burned, 45.8 gallons. We'll be right back. George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. ACR, the leader in marine safety electronics. Papa's Pilar Artesian Crafted Rum. Never a spectator. VMC, your expert in hooks. Art by Pasta, real life art. Visit artbypasta.com.
The newly renovated Faro Blanco Resort and Yacht Club is legendary, with its iconic lighthouse marking the location of the property and its full-service marina, which can accommodate small center consoles on up to 140-foot yachts. The waterfront resort offers pet-friendly accommodations, a fitness center, 4 pools, meeting and event rooms, a lounge, restaurant, and a poolside bar and grill, which, in my opinion, makes an incredible cheeseburger. With a 33rd Street public boat ramp close by, Faro Blanco Resort and Yacht Club is a very inviting place to stay. Now, let's get back to the fishing.
What's really nice about Marathon is, you really don't have to run that far out. The fishing that we were doing was only anywhere from 2 to 4 miles offshore. And in that area, you can have a whole variety of fish to catch. You can catch anything from grouper, snapper, yellowtail to mackerel, kingfish, just a whole assortment of fish. And it's nice because you spend most of your time fishing. You're not spending half your day running around.
Yeah, it's a little grouper, I would imagine. Grouper it is, black. Ooh. Little black grouper. And he's all scratched up.
Hold you up.
Trying to get up in the rocks. He's all banged up.
You mess your leader up?
Oh yeah. There he goes. Off he goes.
Red grouper. I switched over just for that one, for the kicks to be different. I put a knocker rig down.
Definitely a better fish. All right. Looks like a mutton. Fighting like a mutton. There he is.
That's very nice.
All right. Can I swing him in? Let's see. Ugh.
Good one, Jimmy.
All right. That is the targeted species here.
The Island Fish Company and Marathon is always on our dining radar, especially after a successful day of fishing. And this trip was no exception. We brought our fish to the restaurant, which in turn prepared it in several totally delicious ways. Grilled, pan-seared, blackened, almondine, broiled, fried, and franchise.
Catch and cook your catch. It's sometimes you can fill the whole table up. You have a good day.
Joining us was Jimmy Gagliardini and his girlfriend Nan, Captain Ariel Madero, and Papa's Pilar Rum founder Stephen Groth and his son Paul, who's also a Papa's Pilar executive. And yes, Papa's Pilar was a featured dining beverage. The Island Fish Company does it all in style, from lunches and dinners, and from appetizers to main courses and desserts.
Once again, fisherman Captain Jimmy Gagliardini, great guy to share the boat with. Had a fun time, and again, mid-November time frame. It shows you just how good the wintertime patch reef fishing can be.
I've been fishing a long time, and through the years, you start thinking about what you really enjoy about fishing. And one of the things is just getting out on the water on a beautiful day and just disconnecting on what's going on around you in your life, in the world, and everything else out there, and it allows you just to break away from all that and just enjoy your day.
So the Patch Reefs are really an amazing place to fish when you're looking for a lot of rod bending action.
If you're a fan of our show, keep up with our adventures by following us on social media. I'm on Instagram at George Poveromo, and on Facebook, go to facebook.com/George.Poveromo. You can also watch your episodes at any time on YouTube at George Poveromo TV. We'll see you on the water.